All right. Yeah, insomnia's kicked in, so still got some thoughts. Wow, my face is starting to look like an alien. Shit, I lost all the color. I gotta go outside. No, yeah, no. Okay, so I wanted to make this video, well, firstly, because I couldn't sleep, but then secondly, I kind of wanted to address, I don't even know who's gonna watch this, but if you are interested in my life or shit that has to do with me, then watch it and hear the explanations. But I disappeared from traditional social media. I had like pseudo accounts, and shout out to everybody who found my pseudo accounts over the year. I definitely tried to like ghost y'all, but some people have been here along the ride. Yeah, no, I deleted a lot of my main like social accounts that were tied to like my name. I did it a while ago, so there's a lot of people like basically all the Berkeley High people. Hi, back in the city. Yes, like how are you? People I've known since kindergarten. Good to see you. Nice to see where you are in your life, and it looks like everybody's getting married and having their babies and stuff now, and congratulations and all those things. And I just kind of want to speak to the, that community, but also the other community of like researchers and engineers who have moved to the Bay Area. Like, welcome, and who are starting their lives, buying homes. I guess this is like the techies versus the non-techies. Maybe this is like the techies versus the artists conversation. And I've been kind of sitting silently in both of them, maybe all of them, just because I've been in all of these communities simultaneously without having any connection, because like I said, I deleted the socials that were connected and had pseudo accounts for every single group that I've been a part of. So if you know me from Kinder Gym or something, like, hey. If you know me from Berkeley High, hey. If you know me from like OSA, hey. If you know me from Facebook or I don't know, one of the other tech companies, like, hey. There's a lot of different communities. Like, I didn't add that many people to this profile, but looks like we're all here now. So I guess this is who's left. But there's like, I just kind of wanted to speak to almost like the weird ass like RIP thing that happens. Like, I guess I didn't address like why I didn't have any social. I have actually addressed this with like individual people, but not. I don't know. I guess I haven't put out some PSA, but there's not really like a need to. But I kind of feel like it's worthwhile. Like, there's a real disconnect, like between, especially in the Bay Area, between like what was happening in the Black community and then what was happening in like kind of other mainstream communities. So maybe another way to put that is like people who are like college bound and entering professional careers, and then those who like were not. And I started to notice, like, as soon as I got out of high school, there was just like a ton of fucking like RIP posts in the Black community. Like, people were dying, getting shot up. This is like right after high school, and I was like, what is happening? This is like frightening. Like, some people refer to this as like the Black people versus niggas conversation. I don't know, Sean always talks about that. I don't know if I like feel that way, but there's like quite a lot of people who are not with us any longer because of gang violence and a lot of shit, and that was really taking a toll and has taken a toll on my mental. So I had to like get off of social because I couldn't like watch that. And then also just watch how different that was, right, from other people who were kind of like going, oh, DoorDash delivers an IPO filing. Interesting. Yeah, just watching other people who were like transitioning into like high paying careers and jobs, moving, traveling, basically being upwardly mobile, and those who were not. Like, I couldn't watch that shit. And then another thing that has just been mad interesting is the displacement. The displacement is mad, right? It's just like growing up with certain people from like kindergarten, you know, like some of the people who were like my best friends, you know, in kindergarten, they don't even live in the city anymore. And there was like kind of a very small community, but a tight knit nonetheless, a community of, you know, black youth or whatever, you know, who went to the Berkeley schools. And some people didn't live in the city, but they still were, you know, part of affiliate communities and neighborhoods. So in Oakland or Richmond, but a lot of people have like completely left the state. Like gentrification has hit so hard that they don't even live in California anymore, which can be like completely isolating. Like for so long, I've definitely been one of the only black people to be in like a certain space, and that shit is taxing. And it's not a normal experience to be like the only person from your race in a particular environment, like every single day, all day long. Like all of your social interactions are coming from that environment and you are an anomaly. Like that shit is weird, and no person should have to like experience that. It's weird. But I also kind of wanted to say, like, I just wanted to make some space as like a black girl, and I don't want to like give myself any titles or call myself like upwardly mobile or privileged or no shit, but I did kind of like want to normalize some things about myself. Like my family, a lot of my, I have a very, very, very large family. Like my grandma had like 26, she has 20, wait, she had 9 kids, but she has like 56 or something grandkids. There's like hella kids in my family. And even she has like 7 other siblings, I believe. Yeah, and so all of those people have kids, they have grandchildren, and just all the whole nine. So there's like a gambit and a variety of people in my family. Some people who are extremely wealthy, some people who are extremely poor. And I don't know. I feel like for myself, like I definitely grew up maybe more like lower middle class, might be like a good way to describe the way I grew up. But like my family, they still own property in the Bay Area, and obviously like, the prices of property have gone up drastically. So, but I still like I don't affiliate the wealth that my mom, for instance, like has with me. That's her money. She makes that shit like very clear, right? That doesn't have anything to do with like with me. Like so for me, like all of the things that I have, all of the assets that I've accumulated, the experiences that I've had via work or education or whatever, like I've gotten those things on my own. They have had nothing to do with my family's connections, or because they don't really fucking have any, but like really it had nothing to do with like anyone else. Like those are all based on my merit and skill and really grit and hustle. But I just kind of wanted to like, I don't know, make space for that conversation, and that's reality in this like shared space. Cause like I don't like when people try to like tell my story for me. Please don't be that person who's like making assumptions based off social media, you know, half truths that you see. Cause trust me, like I worked at Facebook. I know the algorithm. Like I've been playing tricks on people via social media for quite a while. Like that shit is not. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but like I think that like yeah, I just wanted to like make some space for myself. Maybe like reintroduce myself. Like I'm Olivia. I'm a woman. I have a lot of other aspects of me that, you know, maybe I'm not like completely willing to share with everyone now, and some people over maybe the last 2 years have got to know a little bit more about me, but and my family, and what that looks like. But yeah, I guess I just wanted to give some space here in this community to myself, being like a female researcher in artificial intelligence. I'm just gonna like own that and stick to that space. Identify as like a black woman. So if you know, like a computer scientist, if those are terms that you haven't heard affiliated with a group that's like me, I'm here. I'm in the space. Now you know someone. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name's Olivia. Currently, I'm in Berkeley. Definitely grew up here, so some of you guys I've known since I was a very small child. But now I'm a whole ass grown woman, so let's all try to survive COVID.